Hey guys, it's Ethan helping young men in their self improvement depression stage of knowing all the things you should be doing, but still not doing them for whatever reason, and helping you mature into the kind of man who gets his goals accomplished and actually becomes somebody that you yourself can like, love, and respect. Today's video topic is going to be a shorter one because I'm just going to quickly film this before heading out to work. The topic is how procrastination is what killed my social life in university. I was constantly overthinking and putting off doing my actual work for coursework, for projects, and even for extracurriculars at some points of my university career. And because I always had this overwhelming feeling of I've got so much to do, it would always culminate in becoming like me saying no and responding negatively to the invites that I was getting to social things. Like, let's say there was a party. Let's say there was just like a simple getting coffee or getting a Subway sandwich, getting fast food. Often, like, I'm not even kidding, I'd say 80% of the social invites that I got in university, I said no because I had procrastinated on other things. And I weirdly valued spending more time procrastinating on getting the homework done or studying for the exam rather than spending that time socially and like helping my mental health by calming down with friends. It was so strange, and you can come up with any number of hundreds of reasons for why you procrastinate, especially in university, because there's so much going on, there's so much changing, and you have to grow in so many quick ways. But the essence of where I want to take this is you really are not a procrastinator. You are not the procrastinating personality type, whatever, whatever. You learn as you grow up that every single human being procrastinates. All like procrastinating isn't a you personality trait. It's part of the human being experience. We all just naturally value instant gratification more than delayed gratification, which is why it's so hard to stick to your diet when you're trying to lose weight. And you always want to go for the delicious tasting food rather than the food that doesn't taste as good for the gratification that that healthy food is going to give you tomorrow and next year. In the same vein, procrastination is it's not even a useful instant gratification opportunity because you're just putting off the pain of getting it started until your future self has to get to it, and your future self has to get to it or else there's dire consequences. I would often get away, and I know you're going to be able to relate to this with procrastination in the sense of you could leave doing the homework or doing the studying to the last second and you would still get a decent grade on the assignment or the exam, right? And that's the reason why you haven't stopped this. You haven't had your one big F up moment where you procrastinated and then it all went downhill and you couldn't, this was the one time that you couldn't save this situation from the sort of ditch that you dug yourself. I'm telling you that that moment is coming. If you don't change your ways in procrastinating for whatever it is, let's say it's starting a business, it's starting studying for that exam, starting that assignment, or it's starting on your self improvement journey, like this whole self improvement depression thing, this whole phase of your journey, it's a little bit tied into procrastination. Like, I'm sure that you know that eventually you are going to start this, whether it's in 5 years, 2 years, or 1 month. I'm sure that you have this feeling that you're going to start self-improvement one day because you've spent so much time invested in watching these videos. It would be such a sunk cost to not actually get started on these good habits, right? I am unfortunately having to bring reality to you that there's going to be a few people that watch videos like these that are procrastinating on their self improvement journey who they're not going to be as lucky as they have been with procrastination so far. They're going to be the kind of people who they wait until they're like in their late 20s to start self-improvement, or even later than that. And I'm not trying to like disqualify anybody from getting started, but I'm saying the earlier you start, obviously, the earlier you start your snowball, the better. Another reference I can make to that Atomic Habits book, so this is proof that I've read it with all these references I'm giving you guys, is the 1% rule of, if you make yourself 1% better every day starting today, in 1 year from now, with the compounding effect, you do 1.01 to the power of 365, because you get 1% better every day. Then at the end of a year, you'll be about 36 or 37 times more effective, more productive, whatever your vector is for this success. And it's really true. So you can only imagine the butterfly effect that happens when you spread that over starting your self-improvement journey today, rather than starting it in those 5 years you think you'll eventually cave in, and you'll eventually get so stressed that you'll stop procrastinating on this thing and you'll get started. But I'm telling you, it's already getting a bit too late. At the time of you watching this video, if you haven't started meaningfully invested in yourself, invested in your education, getting better skills, trying to make yourself just a more marketable person, or creating products and services. Like, for example, me, I only started this YouTube channel a week and a half ago, when I had the free time, I had the resources, I had the same phone. A year and a half ago, can you imagine how big the channel would be if I had this same, it didn't even have to be different videos. I could be posting these exact same ones a year and a half ago. And then today, at the same age I am today, the channel would be so much bigger. And I want you to apply that to yourself. Like, if you started that thing that you're eventually going to start a year ago, where would you be now? My thoughts are, you can't even get a clear idea, because it's just so unimaginable. Like, you learn what you don't know as you get started on this new project, right? So I do want to leave the video a little bit shorter than usual on this one. The origination of this topic was that procrastination killed my social life, because I kept like wanting to spend time procrastinating rather than socialize. And it's just such a killer. Like, I can confidently say my university life would have been a lot more fun and positive if I was just the kind of person who started assignments, started studying for exams the day they were assigned. And if you're still in school right now and you're struggling with this, just listen from a guy who's just a year or two older than you. I definitely, if I could go back, I would have just started studying on time. It would have given me such better mental health. And it's not like I was even substituting, it's not like I even had anything important to do instead of actually studying, right? Like, I was just binging these YouTube videos without taking any action, because it made me feel good. It stroked my mental ego to watch these videos thinking, man, nobody else watches these videos, just I do. And I really cannot express enough how procrastination, it's not only going to kill your social life gains, but your self-improvement gains too. So please, just take this video as a message to you that to become closer to your ideal self, your best self, procrastination, not your personality trait, just a function of the human experience, is something you must conquer before you try getting all these other branches of your life off the ground, because it's going to hamper all of them. I'll leave it at that. Again, I've been Ethan, and I will ask you to like and subscribe as always. Share this with a friend if you think this could help them get out of their self-improvement depression stage. And again, thanks so much for watching this episode. I'll see you in the next one.